Hrithik, Roshan, Barbara, Mori, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rajeev.
The two of you, of course, star in Kites, which opens on the 21st of May. We're eagerly looking forward to seeing the film. I want to start by asking you, when you all started shooting for this film, Hrithik didn't speak any Spanish. You spoke very little English, much like the characters in this film. What was it like, getting started? How did you all communicate initially?
Well, we just learned all the abusive language to words to start with.
Okay.
And that got us going, and and one thing led to the other.
Figured it out as you all went along?
Yeah, that makes us
You want to give example?
No.
You want to give us a few?
You give in Spanish.
Yeah, I can.
They don't care.
Verga. Whoa!
Okay. Now, Barbara's kept her end of the deal. She actually has learned English. Hrithik, have you learned any Spanish?
Oh God! Well, I tried for. I learned for 2 months.
Okay.
Suzanne and myself, we sat down. We said, let's just get a second language or a third language. It'll be so much fun, because you can you have a code language of Spanish. When you don't like the people in India, when you go out and stuff, it'll be good fun and stuff. So we learned for 2 months. We reached the intermediate level.
Right.
And they forgot everything.
And then I got into Guzarish and all, and then it was like 8-9 months of that.
Okay.
So and my memory sucks. But I'm going to Spain now.
For Zoya's film.
Zoya's film.
So it would actually help. Had you learned it, it would have helped
Yes,
you.
everything is coming back now. Now that she's back,
Right.
all of us, when we sit and we chat, we are getting back to that zone where
Right.
we can pick up and sort of
Right.
understand.
So is his Spanish any good?
Was
Yeah, it was.
pretty good.
It was good.
Oh, I tried.
Okay. Barbara, if you're going to work in Hindi films after Kites, they're going to expect you to know some Hindi. How good is your Hindi?
Just bad words.
That's pretty much all you have learned in each other's languages.
Just that, but I can't. I don't know. I will try.
No, but she's a fast learner. And,
Yeah.
It
I'm
is
sure-
not
I'm
so
sure.
easy, but I
but
can try.
I'm sure if she tries, she.
Come on, tell us something. A little bit?
Meu lucky partihun.
Which means I love you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Meu lucky partihun.
How you say I love you in India?
मैं उल्लू की पट्टी हूँ.
मैं उल्लू की पड़ती हूँ.
Barbara, were you familiar with Hrithik and his films when you were offered this film? I know that you met only with the film's producer and director, Rakesh Roshan and Anurag Basu, when they offered this film to you. You hadn't met Hrithik on that first meeting.
No.
So then you went back and YouTubed him, apparently.
Yeah.
No,
after-
she saw a film of mine, and then she was really scared that she
Which
was going
one
to
was
work with
that?
an actor. Well, why don't you?
Yeah, I saw, I saw his film. Where's the name?
Akbar.
Akbar. And
He was good in that.
Oh no, here.
no, but he was good, of course. But I didn't know that he was.
A character from
Yeah,
his
it was
history.
okay. I thought he was like acting like this all the time. So I was like thinking, so he will act with me like this, so strong and just this poster.
Can you imagine?
But then, yeah, and I get scared. But then after that, I watched all his other films and I realized that he was a great actor. Because
Okay.
in Koi Mil Gaya, he's playing a really good character and is really good. So I realized that he was not so bad.
Not so bad.
And then she signed the film.
Kites in the sky, soaring together, lovers forever, forever. Is it love?
Hrithik, you are also the producer of this film. Did you, I'm guessing you did, you already knew her work, you were familiar with her films, you'd seen some of her material before?
Actually not. I mean, when we were looking for a face, I remember, we hunted for 6 months. And we went through some 100 faces. And my dad was like, we have to sign someone now, we have to get going. There's just no time left. And I said, Papa, just let's take 5 more days. Give me 5 more days. I know there is a face out there that will that's meant for this film, and it will happen. Just give it 5 more days. And on the 5th day, I remember I was in Singapore getting my knee treated, and my dad called me up and he said that there's this name, it's Barbara Mori, and she's from Mexico. You check her out. I said, okay, fine, I'll do that. And I put the phone down. But I got lethargic about it because I knew that it would just be one more name, you know, one more face.
Right.
So I didn't do anything about it. The next day, which is the 6th day, now that's the day he wants to sign on, you know, he wants to sign the girl now. He called me up and he said, so what, you didn't like? So I said, oh, sorry, I'll just check. And I went onto the net and I saw her face, I saw some of her episodes that she has done in Mexico. And in a second, I just knew that this is the face. And I called up my dad and I said, do whatever it takes right now. This is it. Just sign on. She's absolutely perfect.
Okay. What were you looking for? What was the brief?
Okay, time to compliment. It was very, very important. It was very, very important for you know, the face to have a lot of dignity, a lot of grace, and also a lot of vulnerability. And that was something that was a combination that you know, is lethal.
Right.
And it's right there besides me. So.
Okay. Now, this is an action thriller, isn't it? Kites. I know that...
No, I don't think so. I see it as a love story.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not really an action thriller. All that happens because you know, that's the journey that the love story takes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I know that, Hrithik, everyone knows that you do action very well. I mean, you've done it in Dhoom 2 and everyone's really enjoyed it. Were you surprised when Barbara said she wants to do her stunts herself as well?
I was actually.
Yeah?
I was. And I actually got a little disconcerted because she did some things which I thought that if I was in that place, I probably might not have done it that well or that quick. You know, I would have like sort of, you know, warmed myself up a bit more or something, you know. And yeah, well, she was just all guns blazing, you know, in a second, and quite amazing.
Barbara, were you just showing off? If he can do it, I can do it too?
No, Dad. I just want to do
honest.
anything. Everything. I just want to do everything. And when he was doing something with the stunt girl, I was like, no, I want to be there. I want to do everything.
And they weren't allowing her because they were scared.
Right.
And so she came up to me and said that, you know, don't do this to me, you know. Just you tell them, you talk to them, because I want to be there, you know. I want to do it. So then I had to, like, you know.
It's my first action movie, and this is so huge, the action. I want to do everything.
So what was the most difficult stunt here for you?
I think the scuba for you.
The water?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most difficult, I think, because I don't really like the sea, you know, under the water. And
all the things were going against her. She hates the cold, and it was really cold, the water. She hates going into the water, and she had to go into the water. And she loves oxygen, and there is no oxygen down there. So
it was really difficult because I had to took a...
She had 3 hours of training, I think.
Training.
Yeah, and that's pretty amazing that, you know, she managed that entire shoot with just 3 hours of training. I mean, I'm a certified diver, and I know I went through 5 days of training.
Okay.
But she had 3 hours, and she still managed, which is quite amazing.
Then I went to under the water, and it was like the camera, everything was there, and I was with the oxygen, and I was like, he told me do this and that and that, and then suddenly I hear action, and I did this.
But she had not taken a breath
without doing this, I just did, and then I realized that I didn't have like air, so I went up really fast, and I could die, right? Something else.
Yeah, she would have.
Like my problems in my ear, something, no? Because I went too fast. But then I did it, but it was difficult.
Barbara, when it comes to romance, our films tend to be very prudish when it comes to romance, when it comes to intimacy. You've done a lot of Mexican films. You've done films with mature themes as well. Did you find it odd while you were watching perhaps some of Hrithik's films, some Hindi films, how prudish we tend to be?
Oh, yeah. She felt that.
You know, every movie that I was watching, they were about to kiss, and then they cut to something else, and then they were about to kiss again, and then they
start
cut.
Dancing. And
they start dancing, and all. So I went to Hrithik and I said, hey, in India they have problem if you kiss each other in the movie because we are gonna kiss, and he said, yeah, they used to have problem, but not now. But I was a little concerned of.
Now, Hrithik, I know that this film has a few intimate moments, it has a few kissing scenes. Was it more comfortable to be acting